Hello, everybody. My name is Andrew Love, and I'm the co founder of a company called Whole Goals. I'm presently in the jungle, as you might see and hear, on top of a mountain. During this quarantine, I happened to be in Bali already, and as pandemonium only ensued the world over, I was like, there's probably no better place you could be during a global apocalypse than a peaceful island. So I stayed here with my family. I got a bunch of kids, and we're still just hanging out here. But in the erstwhile, I have my work, but I also have a business with my good friend and business partner. His name is Raphael. He's from France. That's not my impression of him. That's just my way of potentially offending anybody who's Français. And I'm basically making this video for myself and anybody who wants to go through the process of journaling, because our business is called Whole Goals and it's a journal. Scooter. And the thing about this is I've created a company based around knowing that some people love journaling and I want to help them, right? So I know my business partner loves journaling, so we created the coolest journal. The idea was, let's create a journal for all of the weird, intangible, esoteric areas of our life that we leave to chance but are the most important areas of our life. So, like, we measure our money, right? Constantly setting goals for money. Yo, I want a Ferrari, I want all this and all that, and a Ferrari has a price, and there's a way to get that money to pay for the Ferrari, etc. That's not everybody's dream, by the way. But money is very measurable. But what about love? And what about spirituality? And what about mind, like your mind, and the state of your mind and the state of your thinking? All these things are obviously important, right? Whether you're in healthy relationships with yourself, whether you're in healthy relationships with other people, and whether you're in healthy relationships with the divine, right? Through spirituality. Um, and also the landscape of your thinking. Is it positive, negative, and how do you increase positive thoughts and decrease negative thoughts so that you can curate your mind? It's possible. So this is what I've been doing in like a professional capacity for 10 years. And this is what my business partner's been doing for over 10 years. And so we're like, let's make a journal to help people measure these areas. First of all, understand where they're at, because a lot of people think, I'm totally fine. I'm totally fine. And then they wake up the next day and they're like, I'm dying. My insides are absolutely dying. And so we vacillate from one day to the next. We're happy, we're sad. We're happy, we're sad. And we don't measure this. We're just victims of our environment, of circumstance. It's crazy. So we decided, hey, let's make a journal where you could, over the course of 90 days at a time, because you can get more journals if you want. We have a year-long package if somebody really wants to like go deep into this. But at least 3 months at a time, a season, a quarter. Go into yourself and start to measure where you at in terms of the landscape of your mind, the landscape of your heart, your heartscape, which is cool. Your mindscape, your heartscape, and your spiritscape, and then your body. But not so much your body in terms of like how many abs you can see at any given time. And by the way, since coming to Bali, my ab count is way down. A lot of rice here. But more talking about the body as a vehicle for your mind and heart and spirit, because it is your conduit for things that are happening outside of you. Like, where do you get inspiration from a song? Where does that come from, right? So to take all these invisible, intangible things and to be able to put them down on paper and see where you're at in terms of your health and your well-being in all these areas. And then to systematically increase the good and to decrease the bad in these areas of life. And so we did it. We actually did it. It was like an impossible feat, and we made this journal. Funny thing, though, is I don't journal still. I do all this work, in terms of like internal work. I'm constantly doing it with my wife together and we're constantly growing, but I don't do it in the journal form. But I'm like endorsing sorry, I said hi to a stranger. I love that about this place. You just say hi to a random person and they either pretend like they didn't see you or they just smiled. That guy just smiled. So I do this work, but free and clear of a journal. So I don't have a recording of this process, and I have to go by memory, which I've read studies that show that half of what you remember is actually fake, and you just made it up anyway, which is crazy. Half of your memories, at least half of your memories from the past are totally inaccurate, if not fully inaccurate. So I've been relying on a broken machine, a broken mechanism for too long. So now I'm gonna start to journal, and I'm gonna document this process. And every day, I'm not gonna go a page at a time because it's a long book and it'll take about a year to finish, and that's crazy. I don't wanna do that because I don't know where I'll be during this global apocalypse. I might have to evacuate to Mars if Elon calls me. Oh, you don't know my friend Elon Musk. He's just like my personal friend. No, he's not. So I didn't say hi to that guy. Anyway, I don't know where I'll be, so I don't wanna commit to a year. But I will commit to going through this journal in 3 months, like a normal person would. So, but I don't have a copy, and I can't have it delivered here because I'm on an island during a global apocalypse, the zombies, the coronavirus zombies. So what I'm gonna commit to is go through the journal like a normal person would with the journal, but I'm gonna do it digitally because I do have the digital file. So I'm documenting this for you because I want people who don't journal to see the benefits of it, and I want the people who do to see the unique approach that we've taken with this journal. Because, you know, we collaborated, but I really got Raphael, my business partner, to design it because he's like a journal junkie, and he knows the shortcomings and the benefits of many different approaches, and we've created this powerhouse journal. So he made it, a lot of it, and then obviously I contributed. I'm not dead weight here, guys, but I'm gonna go through this, and you're welcome to join me, and we'll have fun. And I will try to give you lessons along the way, and not because I'm super smart, but because I've invested so damn much in becoming so, you know, from being super secular and thinking this is all a bunch of hogwash and that, you know, there's no such thing as God, to really having a deep appreciation for all things and all people on a really, really deep level. And that can only be a benefit to this world if we have a lot of people who feel connected to each other, extremely empathetic to each other and to their environment, and also to whatever force created all this stuff, because it sure as hell. I waved to that person and I waved to her, and the second person just went like this. She wasn't into my hello. She didn't have empathy. She needs my journal. So I will document this and we will have fun. And if you want to watch it, great. If not, I just want to do it for myself as a review, and you're all welcome to join. And I want to help you understand really what's going on here, because we're at this crossroads in our history as humanity that essentially we can create whatever future we want. We have all the tools and resources to create the coolest future ever, and we can also just repeat our past and, you know, flush our kids' future down the toilet. And that goes for every aspect of our life, from the air we breathe to the words we speak to the products and services we create. So let's make it a good future by becoming very aware of our thoughts and curating our thoughts, curating our emotions, curating our spiritual experience, and using our body to be a very effective vessel for all of these aforementioned things. I'm gonna shut up. This is a longer video than I wanted, but look at this environment. Even if you don't want to look at my face, just look at those trees. Look, that's the ocean right there. Beauty. Here comes a person. You can see what I'm dealing with. Here, hold on. It's gonna be a person that comes. No, they're not coming. Okay, I'll see you later.